It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Columbus Explorers and the Chicago Blues. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's the option going left on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. They'll throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 64 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Find the dead zone and find the first down, and that's what he just did.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Explorers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Come on, now let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a solid run down inside the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Blues are able to move back in front.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Brooks. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a loose football. It's going the other way. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, look at the juke. 31 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Trevor Lawrence, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
In trouble, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return, Harris.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Blues have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 4 plays, and the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And on now is the punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw over the middle taken in.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Blues take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That really sets them back, a loss of 6.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Second and 11 now.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Out of the gun now on third down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw again. Allen's got it, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Explorers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Slide for the PAT.
will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
2nd and 4. Man open left side. It's Williams.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Blues extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. To that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble is kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
2nd down at 4.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Blues are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Here we go. 53.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, partner, Under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the home team here, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.